Genes.
Correct. Very good. Okay. So today, first I'll begin with a question. Okay. There is a question that I have for you. And the question is, what is the difference between a eukaryotic and a prokaryotic cell? Can you tell me the difference between them?
Yes, ma'am. Eukaryotic cells have the organelles, and the prokaryotic cells do not have them, as well as it does not have the nuclear membrane.
Yes, you're right.
Like the
Very right.
prokaryotic cells do not have the nuclear membrane, and yeah, that's what I know.
Okay, see, whenever we are talking about a eukaryote and a prokaryote, the only one basic condition that differentiates them, which matters the most, is that the prokaryotes do not have a membrane-bound nucleus. Okay, and they
Yes.
also do not have the membrane-bound organelles. Not just organelles, but the membrane-bound organelles. But when we are talking about the eukaryotes, so the eukaryotic cell, they have a membrane-bound nucleus, meaning the nuclear membrane is present. Also, they have membrane-bound organelles. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So see, whenever this difference between two kind of a question is been given to you, so what do? First, you can write it down. First, you will write the difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell are given below. First, you'll write this line. Okay. After writing this line, you'll make a column for prokaryotes, okay, or prokaryotic cell, and then you'll make a line and then you'll write eukaryotic cell, so that you can compare it side by side. Okay, it makes your answer look beautiful also, right? So the first column is for the prokaryotic cell, and then there is the eukaryotic cell. Okay, so you told me that nuclear membrane is absent in prokaryotic cells. That is very correct. But before that, let's hop on to the comparison of the sizes of these two cells. Okay, so when we talk about the size, so the size of the prokaryotic cell size is very small. Okay, the size is very small. The prokaryotic cells are small, meaning what is their size? Their ranges, the size ranges from 1 to 10 micrometer. Okay, 1 to 10 micrometer is the general size of a prokaryotic cell. And if you want to know how small 1 micrometer is, so I'd give you a comparison. 1 micrometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter. Now just imagine how tiny a prokaryotic cell is, right? 10 to the power minus 6 meter is 1 micrometer. So the size of the prokaryotic cell is very small, and it ranges usually in 1 to 10 micrometer. Yeah? Now, if we talk about the size of the eukaryotic cells, so they are generally large in size. Generally large in size. Okay, they are larger, obviously, and their size ranges from 5 to 100 micrometer. Okay, so they are greater in size as compared to prokaryotes. So this was the first difference. We will differentiate them on the basis of their size. Clear? Now, moving forward, the next thing, the most important, as I said, that nuclear membrane is absent or present?
In prokaryotes is absent, and
yes.
In the eukaryotes is present.
So nuclear membrane is absent. Here you'll write nuclear membrane is present. Okay, so this is a side-by-side comparison, right? And then we'll move on forward. Then you'll draw your line with a scale, not like this. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So another difference is that in the prokaryotic cell, single chromosome is present. Okay, single chromosome is present. Only a single chromosome is present. And when we'll talk about the eukaryotic cell, then here more than one chromosome, are present. Okay, so this is the third difference between them, that the prokaryotic cell has just one chromosome and the eukaryotic cell has more than one chromosome. Now, we move on to the next difference. Now, the next difference is that, as I said, that since there is no nuclear membrane, also there are no membrane-bound organelles. So, membrane, you will write here, membrane-bound organelles are absent. Okay, and here you will write membrane-bound organelles are present. Have you written it down? Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is the basic difference that you must know, and it might be asked in like in your test month. So it'll be very easy to write, and there are like 1, 2, 3, 4 differences. So
Yes,
easy to
ma'am.
learn also, right? Now, okay, so we talked about plasma membrane. We are done with the nucleus also. Now what is left? Do you remember the 3 important components? So what is left now?
Ma'am, we did the cytoplasm, we did the
Okay, did we do
the plasma membrane, and also we did the nucleus now.
Are we done with the cytoplasm also?
Yes, ma'am, we did it.
But still, can you give me a little brief about cytoplasm so that I'll know that your concept is clear?
Yes, ma'am. Cytoplasm is a fluid which flows inside the cell and which holds the cell organelles and the nucleus in place.
Yes. Now see, yes, you're right. It holds the nucleus and everything, but it does not flow inside the cell. Okay, you can't write this.
Yeah, no, it's a fluid.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
that's
is a
what
fluid.
I wanted to say.
Yeah, it is a fluid-like structure, and it is present inside the cell, but it does not flow. Okay, and also something about cytoplasm, like how I said that when we were observing the cells under microscope, we saw that the densely stained region was the nucleus, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, when we look at the cells under the microscope and we see the area that is lightly stained, not densely, densely is done, but the area that is lightly stained, so that area is cytoplasm. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so you'll write it, the lightly stained area of the cell when viewed under the microscope. When viewed under the microscope. Okay, so the area that looks lightly stained is the cytoplasm, and it is the fluid. It is the fluid present inside the plasma membrane, as you told me, right?
Yeah.
Plasma membrane. Okay. So these 2 points are clear to you?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you also gave me another point wherein you said that the nucleus and the cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm, which was very correct. So you'll write that also. The nucleus and the cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm. Clear? This point is also
Yes,
clear
ma'am.
to us. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, cytoplasm is the site of all the cellular activities. Okay, cellular activities. Any cellular activity that is taking place, cellular activities meaning the activities that are taking place inside the cell. So all those
Yes.
activities, the cytoplasm is the site for that. Okay, in some places, this word site may also be inter-exchanged with arena. Like how boxing
Yeah.
arena is there. Same way,
Yes.
the cellular activities arena is the cytoplasm. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So this is all that you want to know about the cytoplasm. There is nothing more that you can ask me about cytoplasm. This is all the points that you would need about the cytoplasm. Now moving on
Yes, ma'am.
to, okay. Now, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Now moving on to cell organelles. Okay, we are doing organelles from so much time, right? We are mentioning them. Now we'll finally study about them. Okay, now see, cell, you understand what a cell is, right? The basic unit of life.
Yes. Yeah.
Organelles, can you make out what is the meaning of organelles?
The basic parts which make up the whole cell.
No, they do not make up the whole cell in general, but the organs, basically the word organelles is, it means little organ. Okay. Like how
Yeah.
our eye is a bigger organ, isn't it? It's a full-fledged organ. But the
Yes.
organ which is present inside the cell are known as organelles, and they are little organs. Clear? So organelles. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'll give you a brief of what all organelles we will be studying. So some of the most important organelles are, do you remember the names of the organelles? Can you tell me one by one?
Yes, ma'am. We have
First, tell me your
Golgi
favorite one.
Apparatus. Yeah, mitochondria.
Yeah. Okay, mitochondria. Correct, very correct. Then tell me the next.
Then Golgi Apparatus.
Yes, Golgi or Golgi apparatus. I call it Golgi
Yeah.
apparatus.
Okay.
Golgi apparatus, correct. Then
Sometimes we have the centriomes.
but before that, endoplasmic reticulum.
Yeah, endoplasmic
Yeah,
reticulum.
it is very important. Okay, endoplasmic reticulum is also there, which holds a very prime importance in the cell. Then
Yeah.
there are plastids. Now,
Yeah,
plastids,
plastids.
yes, these are present only in plants, not in
Plant
animals.
cells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plast-
Then we have vacuoles.
Okay, vacuoles are not the important cell organelle. I'm saying the most important organelles. Vacuoles are there, but animals do not have them. But plants
Yeah.
have them. So they are not very important. But there is another organelle which is known as lysosome. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The suicide
lysosome.
bags.
Yeah, yes. So they are also very important. Okay. So now I'll give you a question. You write it down. The question is,
Okay.
what is the use of cell organelle? Okay, fine. We have the cell organelles. Now, what is the use of them? Why do we need it? If I want, maybe I'll remove 1 or 2 cell organelles. Maybe I'll live.
No, ma'am. Actually, they play a very important role in the cell. These are
Okay.
the main organelles which have the basic, like they do the basic functions in the cell. Like, for example, mitochondria, it's the powerhouse of the cell, and lysosomes, they protect the cell from outer like threats
Yes.
or viruses,
Yes. So
or when the cell
basically,
is,
yes,
yeah.
yes, you're right. You're right. So What is the use of cell organelles? Is that they are responsible for carrying out all the crucial functions in the cell, right? Everyone, like each and every organelle has some function to perform. If you're talking about mitochondria, so mitochondria produces ATP or energy. That is why it is known as
Yeah.
the powerhouse, right? It provides energy.
Yes.
When we're talking about the ribosomes, so the ribosomes produce protein, which is also again necessary for building, right?
Yes.
So all of the cell organelles, they are important and they are very useful. Why? Because they are responsible for carrying out the crucial functions of the cell. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yeah.
you will write the answer. You already know the answer, but they are okay, right. They are responsible for carrying out the crucial functions of or in the cell. Clear? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we'll move on to the first cell organelle that we are going to discuss today. It is the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Now, do you understand the meaning of the word reticulum? The word reticulum.
No, ma'am, I do not know about it.
Okay. See, let's break down all the words to understand them better.
Okay.
Okay. First, there is endo. What is the meaning of endo?
Inside.
Correct. This is inside. What is the meaning of plasmic? Yes, what does it remind you?
Ma'am, fluid-like.
Fluid-like, correct, which is the plasma, isn't it? The plasma of the cell.
Yeah.
So, endoplasmic, meaning inside the plasm, what is there? A reticulum. And what is a reticulum? A reticulum is basically a net-like structure. Okay, a net-like structure. So, a net-like structure that is present inside the plasma is known as the endoplasmic reticulum. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, talking about the endoplasmic reticulum, it is also known as ER, right? In short, people call it ER also. So, it is large. Okay, it is a large network of membrane. Okay, now one thing to remember that the endoplasmic reticulum is membrane bound, right?
Yeah.
It is membrane bound. Okay, so it is a large network of membrane bound tubes and sheets. So it is a large network. As I said, that the word reticulum refers to a net-like structure. So it is a large network of membrane bound tubes and sheets. Is this point clear to you?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Now, sometimes these tubes or sheets have different shapes also, or they may, look different to us. So sometimes they are long, sometimes they are round, and sometimes they are oblong. Okay, so these are all the shapes that you might observe these tubes or sheets in. Clear?
Yes,
now, we studied the structure of plasma membrane, right? So the structure of endoplasmic reticulum is almost similar to plasma. Okay. Almost similar, because plasma membrane was also like it was two-layered, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So it is almost similar to plasma membrane. And then we'll know that the endoplasmic reticulum is of two types. Okay. The first one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and then there is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now smooth, rough, why are they named so? So it is
because the smooth endoplasmic reticulum does not have any ribosomes on it, but the rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes on it, and that's the reason, like, they look rough, so that's why they are named rough endoplasmic reticulum.
Okay, so should I write?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you are very correct. The rough endoplasmic reticulum are known as rough because of the presence of ribosome. Okay, because
Yes, ma'am.
ribosomes present on them. Okay, ribosomes are present, and here the ribosomes are absent. There are no ribosomes present on the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now,
Yeah.
this much is very clear to you. All right. Now, moving forward, the next question is, what is the function? What is the function of ribosome? Okay, I understand that ribosomes are present. Now, what is the function?
They do the synthesis of protein.
Correct. So the most important function performed by the ribosomes are protein synthesis. So the answer is protein synthesis.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Protein synthesis. Very good. Now moving forward. Okay. Now, if the ribosomes, they make the protein, so what does the ER do then? What is the function of endoplasmic reticulum then? If ribosome is synthesizing the protein, then what will ER do?
Ma'am, maybe the synthesis of lipids.
No, that is done by SER, which is the smooth
Yeah.
endoplasm. Yeah. No, but what is ER doing? ER in general, meaning endoplasmic reticulum in general, what does it do? Ribosome is doing its work. When we talk about
Yes,
the
ma'am.
smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they help in manufacturing of fats or lipids. Fine.
Yes.
Now, what will the ER do? What is the function of ER? See, the products that are synthesized either by the ribosomes or when the smooth part that synthesizes the lipids or the fats, what endoplasmic reticulum does is to transport it. Okay,
Yeah. So the
transportation.
packaging and transportation.
Yes, correct. So the transportation is done by the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Now we'll write another question which says, what is the function? What is the function? First, we'll write about the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. What is the function? So the function, it helps in the manufacturing of fat molecules or lipids. Okay. So they manufacture these fats or lipids. And what is the function of endoplasmic reticulum? What is the function of endoplasmic reticulum? So can you tell me the function of endoplasmic reticulum?
It packages and transports the
Yes.
proteins and lipids to the
Yes.
other organelles.
Yes. So you'll write the main function of the endoplasmic reticulum is the packaging
And transportation.
Yes. Packaging and transportation. Now you know
what does
yeah.
the RER do, like specifically?
RER is there for the protein synthesis because
Okay.
the ribosomes are present on the endoplasmic reticulum. So the only function is to make protein and then they are transported by the ER. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, okay, so we by now we understand that the rough endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes the proteins and the lipids are synthesized by the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now, can you
Yes.
tell me what are the functions? Like, why do we need proteins and lipid synthesis in the cell? What is the requirement?
Ma'am, because protein and lipids are the basic blocks that build the plasma membrane and a few organelles.
No, yeah, you are right. But not only plasma membrane. In general, what these structures, meaning the proteins and lipids, do is that they help in building the cell membrane. Okay,
Yeah.
the cell membrane, all of the membranes of the cell, not just plasma membrane. The cell membrane is made by the proteins and the lipids. Okay,
Yeah.
and this process is known as membrane biogenesis. Okay,
Okay.
membrane biogenesis. Okay, so this can be a question in itself, that what is membrane biogenesis? So membrane biogenesis is the formation of cell membrane. It is the formation of cell membrane with the help of protein and lipids.
Yeah.
Okay. And now you understand the source of proteins and lipids?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, there are some proteins and lipids that function as enzymes and hormones. So see, most of the enzymes that are present are proteinaceous in nature. Okay, meaning they are made up of protein. So
Yeah.
some proteins and some lipids, they function as enzymes and hormones. Clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now moving forward, let's talk about let's talk more about the functions of the endoplasmic reticulum. So write it as a question only. So what are the functions of endoplasmic reticulum? Okay. So you will whenever you note it down, so you note it down in the form of a real answer, not the way I am writing, because I can't write the whole answer. I'll give you the pointers so that you can note it down, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am. Yeah.
yes, so when you're writing the answer, so you'll write the functions of the endoplasmic reticulum are given below, and then you'll start numbering the points. Clear?
Yeah.
I put arrows, but you should put numbers. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Okay. Now, the first function is obviously the transportation of cellular materials. Okay, and it usually takes place between various regions, or between, you can write between the cytoplasm,
Yeah.
and nucleus. Okay, so it helps in transportation of the cellular materials. And where does this transportation takes place? From where to where? So between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now see, since the endoplasmic reticulum is a network-like structure, so it also provides a structural framework to the cell, since it itself is a network-like structure. Clear? So you'll write the second point, that it functions as the cytoplasmic framework, and it also provides the surface for biochemical activity.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Yes, ma'am.
two functions are clear to you. The first one is transportation, which you already know.
Yes, ma'am.
And the
Yeah.
second function, that it provides a cytoplasmic framework. Okay, it provides a framework and it also provides the surface for biochemical activity.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what happens? See, yeah, one more function. The SER is very important, as the the smooth endoplasmic reticulum also detoxifies. It performs the function of detoxification of poisons and drugs.
Okay.
Okay. And this thing is done in vertebrates. So you'll write in vertebrates. Okay. All the vertebrates, meaning the higher organisms, the higher animals, they have smooth endoplasmic reticulum, obviously, because all the higher organisms are eukaryotic. And the smooth endoplasmic reticulum present in them, they detoxify the poison and the drugs. That does the function of detoxification of poison and drugs. Clear?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, very good. And apart from detoxification, what is the other function that smooth endoplasmic reticulum does?
The lipid synthesis.
Correct. The lipid and yes, the lipid synthesis. Okay, now this is all about the endoplasmic reticulum and its type, meaning the smooth and the rough. Is there
Yeah.
any doubt?
No,
Is
ma'am.
there anything
No
that you
doubt.
want to ask me? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll move on to the next organelle, which is the Golgi apparatus. Okay, the Golgi apparatus. Now see, first, now this is one of these organelles that have been given the discoverer's name. Okay, the discoverer's name is given there. And there was a person whose name was Camillo. Oh, the person's name was Camillo Golgi. Imagine somebody named Golgi.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a person named Camillo Golgi or Golgi, whatever. And he was a person who identified or discovered the Golgi apparatus present in the cell. He named it. So that particular organelle was named after Camillo Golgi. Okay, hence the name Golgi is here. Okay, so the question may be asked, you write the question. The question may be asked as, who described the Golgi apparatus? Now you know the
Yes.
answer.
Yeah.
Yes, Camillo Golgi described the Golgi apparatus. So it is named after him. Now, again, Golgi apparatus is membrane bound. So it is a membrane bound organelle, first of all, right? Because it is present in most of the eukaryotic cell and it is a membrane bound organelle. This line is clear?
Yes.
Okay. Moving forward, it is, made up in stacks. Okay. So many stacks constitute one Golgi apparatus, and those stacks are known as cisterns. They are known as, yes, they are known as cisterns. So cisterns are sort of, stack-like structure, and it is membrane bound. And the stacks are not big. They are not bulky. They are flattened. Clear? So there are several flattened sacs that make up the whole apparatus. That is why it is known as apparatus. Clear? It is known as apparatus because it is made up of arranged flattened sacs or stacks called as cisterns. Clear?
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Now see, the materials which were synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum, right?
Yeah.
Meaning the protein and the lipid, they are transported to the Golgi apparatus. Okay, as I said that ER performs the function of transportation. So what ER does is that it transports the materials to the Golgi apparatus And now what is the
Yeah.
function of Golgi apparatus? So it packages and dispatches to various targets. Okay, so the function of Golgi apparatus is to package and dispatch, just like a courier service, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it packages and dispatches the products synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum to the targets. Is this clear?
Yes.
If you can write it as to the targeted site. It is better. Okay. So the function of Golgi apparatus is to package and dispatch the products that are synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. And apart from that, the other functions of Golgi apparatus is to store them also. So storage is also a function. Then modification. Okay, modification. And of course, packaging is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the storage, like all the products that are formed by the endoplasmic reticulum finally are transported to the Golgi apparatus because they are sort of connected. And what happens is that the Golgi apparatus stores that product, it modifies that product, and it packages the product. Is this clear?
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Now, they are also, you can write down, they are also responsible. They are also responsible for the formation. They are also responsible for the formation of simple sugars from complex sugars. Okay. Complex sugars. So the complex sugars are turned into simple sugars, and this is done by the Golgi apparatus. Clear? And then again, the last and the most important function is that they are also responsible, or you can say they are responsible for the formation of lysosomes. Responsible for the formation of lysosomes. So see, what happens is that I'll tell you a little of the knowledge that you need to know because you are so interested, right? See, what happens is that in Golgi apparatus, there are two phases. Okay, it has two sides. One is the, the packaging phase side, and then one is the maturing phase. One is cis and one is trans. So what happens is that during the process of packaging and dispatching, it starts from the cis phase and moves on to the trans phase. And when it comes out, those structures are lysosomes. So all those packaging that Golgi is doing, it is basically packaging everything and forming a lysosome. Okay. The thing that comes out of Golgi as a product, the package or the dispatched product, is lysosome. Clear?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes. So lysosomes are formed by the Golgi apparatus. So are the functions of Golgi apparatus clear to you? All the functions?
The packaging and dispatch, storage, then it modifies as well.
Yes.
Then it's responsible for the simple sugars formation.
Yes,
from the
correct.
complex sugars, and also it produces the lysosomes.
Lysosomes. Yes, correct. Very correct. So that is all that you need to know about Golgi apparatus. And is it membrane bound or not?
Yes, ma'am, it is membrane bound.
Okay. Did you understood the membrane biogenesis?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see, for today's class, I'll teach you till this much only because the time is also up. And
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
yes, up till now, do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No doubts. Okay, very good. And then we'll finally like come to the end in the next class, most probably, right? Because
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
there is like mitochondria to discuss, some vacuoles, and then I'll give you, okay, in this particular chapter, you need to, practice the difference between the plant cell and the animal cell. Also, you need to remember the diagrams of it also.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yeah.
But that we will discuss in the next class. So for this class, you don't have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. Very good. So your next
Yes,
class
ma'am.
is on